What's up guys, today I'm going to teach you guys how you can really quickly create this quick stack up building effect in After Effects. Let's go. What's up guys, my name is Evan Wynn, welcome to 11% Tutorials. As I mentioned, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can create this quick stack up building effect in After Effects, and we're also going to be using the help of a little bit of AI as well. Now I made a similar tutorial in the past on this effect where we created a cool stack up effect on people, but I began to realize the effect and technique of creating a quick stack up building effect compared to a person effect is a little bit different. So I'm going to teach you guys how you can create this exact building stack up effect in After Effects, also with using AI. It's honestly a really cool effect, and by far it's probably one of the effects that I get most asked about of how did you actually create that? Well, today we're going to teach you guys how to do just that. But before we get started, I just want to let you guys know, if you guys are looking to really quickly spice up your music videos with better effects or preset packs, we do have our store 11%.net where we're spilling all the sauce. And when I say spilling all the sauce, we're spilling it everywhere. We have preset packs ranging from preset title packs all the way to preset 3D animations to help just speed up your editing workflow and overall really just take your video effects to the next level. I seriously dumped my heart and soul out there into creating these preset packs that will just seriously help up your game. They're all presets that I wish I had when I first started off, and because I love you guys, I'm gonna be giving you guys this exclusive promo code right here so that you can get an exclusive 30% off your first purchase. 30% guys, seriously, you're basically robbing me at this point. You can check out 11%.net, it really mean the world to me. Without further ado though, let's go ahead and jump right into the tutorial. All right guys, so now that we're inside of After Effects, as you can see, I have a nice little cool drone shot right here. Now, one important thing to note is that make sure you have a actual just stable, still drone shot. Try to stay as absolutely still as possible. There are ways that you can create this effect with a moving drone shot, but it's just a little bit more complicated. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a screenshot. So After Effects actually has this little button right here, it says take snapshot. And now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hop into Photoshop Beta. Now the reason being so is that I'm gonna use Photoshop Beta's new AI effect. So I don't know, at the time of recording this, AI Generative Fill in Photoshop is only available in beta. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drag our screenshot in right here. Boom, there we go. So now we have our screenshot dragged in. And before you click off this video, don't worry, we're gonna go over a method that doesn't require the use of Creative Cloud Adobe subscription, because I know not all of you rightfully get Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects. No shade to anybody who pirates, but you know, real quick, I'm gonna show you how you can do this effect in Photoshop Beta. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your select tool right here, and you're just gonna select the building, whatever subject that is. So for our case, this is this arena right here. So I'm going to select it, and boom, this little beautiful button, Generative Fill. And literally what I'm gonna type is I'm gonna say, remove this building and put an empty lot. Literally, that's it. Like literally type the instructions as you would tell a human to do the Photoshop task, and it's gonna load, and boom, there we have it. You can basically just type in and regenerate this prompt as many times as you'd like, and boom, this effect right here, this little picture right here is gonna fit our purpose. So we have this building removed, and now we can go ahead and add this effect. So I'm just gonna simply go ahead and export this PNG, and boom, there we go. Now we've removed our subject. Now I'm gonna show you really quickly how you can do this using an AI that doesn't require Adobe Suite. Now this website, runwayml.com, it's super easy, and this one is also gonna help you better for the case where you have a moving drone shot. What you're gonna do is you're gonna come over here to the editing videos tab right here. You're gonna click on the inpainting effect. Now this effect is actually unfortunately locked now. It was free literally a couple days ago before I recorded this, but it's really extremely helpful. And comparing it to the price of Adobe Cloud Suite and runwayml.com, which is $12 a month, I would say it's a really great option to just help remove any unwanted objects in your video. And once you have your blank video, we're ready to hop into After Effects. So now that we're back inside of After Effects and I have my nice little drone blank shot, I'm gonna drag this into our effect. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to actually turn off the visibility of our blank drone shot. And what we're gonna do is we're going to duplicate our drone, our bottom layer three times, 1, 2, 3. All right, now what we're gonna do is we are going to name them, and we're just gonna rename them in order of 1, 2, and 3. And this is just for order. Now your job is to simply go ahead and good old fashioned masking tool. We're just going to mask out each object of our stadium. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this bottom first layer right here. Now I recommend starting in order going from top to bottom and starting with the bottommost layer and then moving your way up the building as you go down the layers in the timeline. You'll see as I explain. So I'm just doing a really rough masking outline right here of this outer building of the arena, and boom, there we go. Wow, now we have a nice little rough mask of the building. If you turn off the other visibility, you can just see the first layer building. I'm gonna turn that visibility off and then go on to our second layer. Now the second layer, I'm gonna do this nice little blue ring around the arena really roughly. I'm gonna go ahead and speed this section up. And boom, there we go. Now we have a nice mask around this ring. And then lastly, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and mask out this circular disc on the top of the arena. So let's just go ahead and draw a nice little final mask around this. And boom, there we go. Now, once you have all your different mask layers, what we're gonna do is, of course, one last time, sorry, I forgot to add, we're gonna have to hit Command D to duplicate that layer one last time. And I'm just gonna rename this very bottom layer. And I'm just gonna go ahead and rename this very bottom layer, and I'm just gonna make sure I go ahead and delete all the masks so that we just have a very blank layer. Now that we have this new nice bottom layer, we're gonna go ahead and duplicate it just one more time. I'm sorry guys, I promise this is the last duplication of this layer. I'm gonna call this top layer. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag this top layer all the way to the top, right before the blank shot, but right above the first building layer. Very kind of tricky, just make sure you watch out for that. I'm going to draw a nice little mask around the very bottom line of this arena. Now this mask is just gonna serve as the bottom line for this building to kind of like pop out of the ground so that it's covered up when it's under the ground, if that makes sense. So I'm just drawing a very rough mask and going all the way around the video, and boom. There we go. Now we have a nice little mask around the bottom. And as you can see, if we turn off the top layer, you can see all the top of the sky is gone. So that means the building will be hidden when it goes under the ground. Now what we're gonna do is actually time to get into animation. I'm gonna hit the drop down on layer 1. I'm gonna go a couple frames in. We wanna make sure that our effect starts like a couple seconds after the beginning of the video, just so we can establish that there's nothing there before. And I'm gonna hit a position keyframe. Now I'm gonna go back just a couple frames, and I'm going to drag our object, our building 1 layer, all the way down under the ground. And now you can see if you play this out, it kind of pops out of the ground like that. Boom, nice. You can go ahead and right click your keyframes and hit keyframe assistant, and then just click easy ease for a better, nicer, smoother effect. Boom, there we go. Now we have our first building popping up. Now we're just gonna basically do the same for the second layer and the third layer and so on. You kind of get the idea. And we're gonna go a couple frames after that building pops up, and I'm just gonna go once again, a couple more frames in, hit the position keyframe, go a couple frames before, and then I'm just gonna drag the ceiling all the way down to the underground. And lastly, I'm gonna go ahead and do it for our third layer. So I'm gonna hit the position keyframe, I'm gonna drag a couple keyframes after, and then I'm just going to drag our circular dish under the ground. And now you can see if we play out this effect, we have this nice stack up effect, but there's only one problem. The arena is already there before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the visibility of our top layer right here. And I'm just going to our blank drone shot, and I'm gonna go ahead and drag this all the way down to the bottom right here. So it's at our very bottom layer before our bottommost layer. And now you can see if we play that out, boom, we have a nice sick stack up effect of our building arena, and it's looking pretty dope if you ask me. All right, so now that we have our effect pretty much ready, we're just gonna go ahead and hold shift, and we're gonna select everything. We're gonna right click it, we're gonna pre-compose it, and we're gonna call this final effect. And now once we have this final pre-comp, I'm gonna come over here to my effects and presets, and I'm gonna search for shake, Sapphire shake. And now I'm sorry, if you don't have Sapphire shake, I don't know what to say for you. Like, it's literally the most goated plugin like of all time. Also, really quick plug, if you don't want to shell out all that money for Sapphire, you can go check out 11%.net. We just dropped a new shake it up preset pack there for Premiere Pro. A bunch of crazy shake presets that you can literally just drag and drop to your effects in Premiere Pro. Super easy to use, and it will really work perfectly with this effect. Just saying, check out 11%.net. Use this promo code right here, 30% off, guys. 30%. All right, so now that we have this shake applied to our final pre-comp, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and make sure that that shake is only occurring when the building is actually stacking up. So I'm gonna go right before our building actually stacks up, and I'm just going to hit a keyframe, and I'm gonna hit the drop down on our effects and our drop down on shake Sapphire, and I'm going to hit a keyframe at the amplitude and set it to 0. And now I'm gonna go a couple frames in once that first building stacks up, and I'm gonna change the amplitude to something like 1.5. And now once we have a nice 1.5 amplitude, go a couple keyframes after once again, and I'm gonna change it back to 0. Now you can kind of see what we're doing. So once I added that little ramp in shake, it goes 0, 1.5, 0. It adds a nice little shake to it. And what we can do is we can just basically select all this, hit Command C to copy it, and then just paste it for every stack up of this effect. So I'm just gonna paste it once again when that part stacks up, and then once again for the roof. Go ahead and mess around with the keyframe so it actually lines up with the effect. And with that, guys, that is pretty much the final effect. One last thing, of course, you cannot forget the motion blur. Remember to turn on the motion blur. Where is it? Remember to click this box. It will save your effect, swear to God. Oh, and one last thing, guys, I forgot to add, we're gonna come back to our effects and presets, and we're gonna search for this one effect. It's called like and subscribe. Oh my God, my bad, I messed up. It's not an effect, it's actually a button in the video. So make sure to go ahead and hit this button right here. It's called like and subscribe. Like the video if you found anything interesting and smash the subscribe button. It's free, all this content is free, so it really means a lot. Thank you guys, I appreciate you, I love you. And with that guys, that is pretty much the final effect. And yeah, here's the final effect of the video. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you again so much for watching. If you found any value or help from this video, please, if you could really smash the like button and hit subscribe with notification bell on for future updates on tutorials like this. It's free, all this content is free, so it really means a lot to me and this channel. And also, as I mentioned, if you're interested in checking out our store at 11%.net, there we are seriously spilling all the sauce. We have a bunch of crazy preset packs there. We just dropped our new stop motion paint preset pack, so definitely make sure to check out 11%.net. And remember to use this promo code right here for an exclusive 30% off limited time deal. 30% guys, seriously. Leave a comment down below if you had any questions or if you'd like to suggest any effects that you'd like to see from us in the future. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.